All right, Coach, as you'd expect for a late-season contest in this part of the country, chilly temps in the forecast here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set. HE Gator. Check. 53 is mine. How you get over here? Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Locke, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft, his teammate T.J. Hockenson, 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsay here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now the fourth-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Mahomes, and he's got his man in the crossing route. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They fake the give. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down in inches.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf, 56, pull it high,
This is Royce Freeman, 2nd-year man from Oregon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, Broncos.
set, ready, 8, read.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 29, Locke. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 27 yards there, a first down.
15, run, 59. Ready?
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Mahomes firing complete.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They're able to find Garcon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards.
Come on, set.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Block again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
steps away to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Yellow.
Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the turnover, here's Locke, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they die. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you're right in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball in the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Check, 47.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Past the 20. It's Kelsey on the ground. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 15.
First down.
6 guys. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's bring it.
Hey, Echo.
58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike.
On 1st down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete.
Locke's pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
To throw again. Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marquise Goodwin.